wrestling has more than one royal family.
They brought Juniper, my daughter, she's 3 years old now, and she's been going to a school that's even before pre-K kids can go to because she was born during COVID, and she's just blossoming and growing up. It's pretty amazing. She's learning how to talk and pointing at me going, nose, ears, eyes. You know, it's just like, it's pretty cool. Like what Branch Warren used to say, once you have one of your own, it changes you in a lot of ways. And
Juniper's better than all the rest. You're better than anyone. Any little June bug that I ever met.
it's really neat having a little girl. I talked about it, you know. I can't wait with this new Masters thing, if I could still stay in shape even in, I'm 44 now, but even in my 50s, because she could be 10 and I could be like the superhero dad, you know. And I like the way you said it. Cody Rhodes, I really got inspired this summer. And then I actually got to go watch him win the Royal Rumble, and that was something the first video I ever watched as a kid. But his whole thing is finish the story because he wants to wrestle Roman Reigns again for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, they say wrestling's predetermined, it's a show, but still, you got to make it there. And those guys, I've been trained by Shawn Michaels. It is not a joke. I mean, getting in the ring and taking bumps, I've said it before. I mean, if people think it's fake, I would call it controlled violence, put it that way. But he wants to finish the story because his dad, Dusty Rhodes, won the NWA title, but he never won the World Wrestling, at the time, Federation title. So he wants to do that for his dad. For me, what I'm getting at is the idea that you came up with wasn't finish the story, it's create your own story.
We checked out the push-pull event last night.
Yeah, it was great. We got to see some of the opening lifts. I think the heaviest opener on bench press was like 440. That's pretty good for somebody just doing a charity event, push-pull, in-house meet, you know? Some of the rednecks in here that I've grown up with lifting in these meets, when Kat would take over here with me, they're just cockstrong. I mean, it's like they're either lifting, you know, bales of hay, or they come here and just lift a shit ton of weight.
Good lift.
There's something about this specific competition that I've pulled a PR here every single time I've stepped on the platform because of just knowing where you're at here at the original Metroplex and what's been done in this building. Like, it's hard to beat this. So
I think the most I ever did at that gym was 500 and 505, and then the most legit pause I've gotten was at the Pig Iron Classic. I did a 523, which I was proud of, because supposedly Arnold claimed he could bench 500, but I think it was a deleted scene in the movie because I've never seen it. But he would say, Edward, how about I write you a check? I still make more money than you. I mean, I just seen some of the guys that I looked up to as a kid, Kevin Levrone, and I even did it when I was lean. If I'm up for it today, I might try and curl the hundreds for some reps. There'll be a little bit of body language, but maybe like 4 or 5 reps each arm, something. Just want to be careful, not tear anything. I've already had some dinks over the years being a Masters now. I'm getting older, so I kind of have to remember, you know, even though age is just a number, you know, you kind of, every now and then you got to make sure and warm up, and, you know, some stuff that I can still go heavy on, it's fun, yeah, challenging. And I remember even Levrone used to do that. It was neat. He would take 6 months off and go do his music and get away from it because he kept tearing stuff, but he just loved to train heavy. And that's why he had that density and that beautiful aesthetic physique. And you looked at him, he treated everything as a business. I wish I could be like that. Sometimes I'm just so obsessive over shit. Like when I did pro wrestling, I would stare at a wall, you know, my convict outfit, because I had to be criminally insane. And Shawn Michaels was like, God, that's a fucking nut. Because everybody else is playing towel whip, you know? The story today is I want to compete in the Masters Olympia. My goal this year is to get qualified. I want to win the Masters Worlds. It's a smaller show, but I really don't care. I think if I bring similar to what I had at the Texas Pro, I think with some tissue added, I think that I would be unbeatable. I don't think anybody could touch me. Some of the older guys look great. But Father Time starts catching up to you when you're 50, 55. It starts creeping up. And once they hit the rear, there's no way they can touch me. I'll be the leanest from the back. That's where I always win the show.
Nutty Ed.
Close. Stay away from people who belittle your ambitions. The small people always do that. The great, the truly great, make others feel they can become great too. When I went through a rough time, I read a lot of books, ancient literature. A lot of people like to do stuff like biblical. Some of the biblical stuff that I found was by famous people like Benjamin Franklin. I think he was the one that said, God only helps those that helps themselves. You know, just a lot of good stuff from Waldo Emerson, Viktor E. Frankl, a book called Man's Search for Meaning. I'm not even Jewish religion, but it kind of showed you an aspect of, hey, welcome to my world. I survived a concentration camp. And I can relate as a bodybuilder because you make all these sacrifices. One of the quotes from the book, everywhere man is confronted with fate for achieving something through his own suffering.
What does that mean?
It means that if you want to go for something in life, you're gonna have to put full effort into it and go all out. Like bodybuilding, it's timing your food, sacrificing your relationships. I mean, it's made my marriage hard. With Kat, I mean, she loves me and everything, but I guarantee you that's one of the main reasons why we're deciding with Juniper, you know, because now that I have a kid, I've got to work on being a great dad too. So you kind of have to balance everything. I know Gasp says no compromise, but they mean with the training and stuff, but when it comes to life and everything, you still have to have balance.